I am getting ready to go to Florida tomorrow to a LifeWave conference, and I decided I must come on tonight to share with you uh, kind of the transition from this week into this wonderful weekend coming up, and then next week. Uh, as you know, I have been moving, but it's more than moving. It's a transition from one season to the next. And most importantly, guys, I did not orchestrate it. I didn't push the door open. I walked in time of faith. And I use the word time because it is a seed time harvest. And back in 21, after I sold my luxury day medical wellness spa and continued to do regenerative stem cell at a friend's clinic, I went on a sabbatical to a town that I thought maybe I'd move to. And I was wanting to be quiet. I wanted to be in prayer. And I say a sabbatical, meaning a quiet, prayerful time by myself. And during that weekend, I really heard very strongly in my spirit, I mean, really strongly, go home. But I asked the Lord, where is home? I'm from Long Island, New York. I lived in Connecticut for many years. I moved to the eastern end of Long Island, out by the Hamptons. Then I moved to Texas, lived in Fort Worth, Texas for years. Then I came to the Austin area, Georgetown specifically. So where is home? And God doesn't answer those questions. Basically, it's about, again, trusting and waiting upon Him. But I did live in Georgetown, and so I quote unquote went home. And from there, He guided me to where I opened my next brick and mortar Novitat Beauty Regenerative Wellness. And that was at the spring of 22. And found the space in February of 22 and cleaned it up and opened in the spring. So it was a fruitful time, and it continued kind of the season of when I started my Propel program and coaching and mentoring and doing a lot of social media type of work, but also building this regenerative business. During that season, because I was doing a lot of social media and with not and but with my Propel program, I felt that meaning me, not seeking the Lord, but me wanting to expand upon that and do events and different things. So I came this close to doing a major event here in Georgetown, and I heard very clearly, it is not a no, it's just a not now. And in hindsight, looking back, I can see why that was the wisest thing to do, because it was going to be very costly. I'm not saying I wouldn't have had a return on that investment, but the initial, structure was an investment from me, and so it just wasn't the right timing, as I heard in my spirit. So I then went on to really just, not just, but continue to focus on the regenerative. And then I also in 21 was introduced to LifeWave, the non-transdermal stem cell activation patch. And it was phenomenal encounter. I was, first of all, it changed. I'm looking at my hair, and I was going bald. It has grown my hair back. I sleep through the night. I just moved 5 days in 100-degree temperature. I mean, or degree, and I have dramatic energy. And so, I mean, it's done other things, but those are, so I've lost 30 pounds. I stopped drinking alcohol. It really cut that craving of sugar. So, I mean, so many very, very, very powerful things, but on top of me is what has done for others. So in 24, God said to me, you know, you're limiting this. You need to take this extraordinary science out to my people. So in 25, basically, I've been reorganizing the regenerative stem cell, putting more of the onus on my uh, team to take that over and kind of shift it and work more from a, what's the word I want, a referral standpoint, to give me the opportunity to focus on LifeWave. Then out of the blue, and you know what I mean when I say out of the blue, God, you know, again, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And out of the blue, it became very, very apparent that I wasn't supposed to be at the 115 West 9th Street. And again, I'll share more about that detail in detail. But what I want to share with you tonight, hello, as you're joining me, welcome to Propel Expansion. I'm Megan DiMartino, and I'm just sharing about how when you walk in trust and walk in faith, God has that plan, but it takes that patience and that resolve to listen and to walk in that. So go back and listen to the, I'm not going to repeat the whole story because I started maybe 10 minutes ago. So just go back and listen to it. But bottom line is that there's a word in the New Testament called charis, and it's where favor and grace come together. Jane Hammond, who's one of my favorite prophets and teachers, I just really adore listening to her and how she shares things and explains things. But basically, it is when favor and grace come together, and favor opens that door. So that's what I'm speaking about, that God guided me to 115 West 9th Street, very clearly guided me, and I'll share that at another night. But I was there with this brick and mortar Novitat Beauty Regenerative Wellness for 4+ years. Now, I had a lease, and the lease was through next spring, so another almost year. But things had been shifting, and it's too long to go into. But I could see that things were changing. But again, it wasn't about to just walk away from the lease, that's for sure. But then what happened was my landlord has his own plans to remodel the whole strip. Charis, when favor and grace come together. Favor opens the door, and then grace guides you through that door. And so God opened that door to show me that it was time. And so things just fell into place. And but it was massive work very quickly. And this man, I went by to make sure there wasn't any mail in the mailbox, and there was. And later this evening, and he's already started demoing my space, and I only left last Friday. So it's amazing when God wants you to propel forward. That's why I use the word propel expansion, because again, God will propel you forward. So just know that there is always a plan, and that just pray on that, marinate on that word charis, favor and grace. And, you know, the essence of the Propel program is based on my 5 C's, where I've built these businesses to start, and this program is to help you start, scale, and sustain, and possibly sell. But that's down the road. You have to start first, and then really then scale and sustain. Sustaining is the key, and and it is with my 5 C's: clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. And clarity is all important. You must know, uh, the essence of why you're doing something. Because if you're not clear on that, you will never stay with it. Never, never, never. So, it's like with LifeWave, I have been building this, or been involved with it, I should say, since 21, introducing it to our stem cell patients for post care. But uh, in 24, the latter Christmas time of 24, I heard in my spirit, you're doing a disservice. You need to share this with my people. And so it's photobiomodulation, age reversal, cellular health, activating your own copper peptides that are in your body, which in turn activate your dormant stem cells, on and on and on. Go to propel.megandimartino.com/info, and information about LifeWave is there. My Propel program is there. Join the Propel community. It's no charge. You receive so much, and so many exciting things are coming latter part of this year and into next year. So just know that you need to go to propel.megandimartino.com/info and join the Propel community. My book is there, the ebook of my book, and the audiobook. You can go to Amazon and pay for it, but it's no charge there. My TED Talk is there about innovation. The Novitas website is there. Shopping cart of the Novitas Spa clinical products is there. And my podcast called Propel Deep Dive started in 20. And I started in 20, and it was called Unique Leaders Live then. So the archives of that are there. You can always go to Spotify and Apple and all the podcasting platforms, but it is there. These Propel expansions, they're here in my YouTube channel. So just go back and listen to these. They will bless you. They will. So know that it's never too early or too late to create the life of your dreams. I am here for you to help you identify your dreams, goals, and desires and help you attain them. See you tomorrow. Be blessed.